Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream of Project 1 GT series. I know we have been kind of bit lackadaisical on that for the past couple of weeks, and I do apologize for that. Missing it. We weren't able to do the streams for Brands Hatch and Spa. A little bit of long story short, in Brands Hatch I was actually I was going to commentate that race, but then a reserve didn't show up, and then I had connection issues, so another reserve took over for me, and we couldn't do that, unfortunately. And last week I missed out because of work for streaming wise, and unfortunately we just couldn't get a replay shared out for last week. So yeah, for the Spa endurance race. So yeah, just want to get that little apology out of the way. But in the meantime, we are back for the stream, and I'm glad to be back at the comm box once again. We are at the Tokyo Expressway. This is the the east outer layout. Excuse me. Pretty much this is the one and only night race, and also the only track that we're involving a street circuit, I believe, if I'm correct. Even though this is more of a fictional track, but it's going to be a pretty interesting race, I would say. Pretty close, tight-knit action we'll see here tonight. So yeah, this is basically a feature and sprint race format. It is the East Tokyo Super Night 200. The feature race will include 16 laps, 4-lap tire minimum, and then the sprint race will be 12 laps with a 3-lap tire minimum. Should be a relatively easy one stop, and tire wear should not be that big of an issue for tonight. As I've got the notification real fast for BK saying that pretty much all the reserves there are lined up, which was myself, Tubes, Lunacy, and Viper. Checked in to reserve in case if we are needed. We are not needed because we have got a full house tonight, so that is also very good news indeed. We've also got some one-off liveries, as you can clearly see on your screen. Red one in the bright red FP Autosport Toyota Supra. There's a few more that we will see in just a little bit. You probably saw a couple a little while ago, but I'll get into more detail once we get into qualifying. So everyone's doing their check-in in the meantime while that's happening. We shall go ahead and go over the standings currently here in the GT Series for Project 1. So, in the championship, Red One is now back on top of the championship series in the driver's part of it, leading the way with 2,088 points. In second place is Lane Everingham with 1,947. Third is Blocky Rex with 1,791. And fourth is Bodhard with 1,681. Fifth place is Kevin Texas with 1,672, and then BKXI at 6 with 1,636. In seventh is Dynamite with 1,458. In eighth is Tim Am with 1,330. In ninth is Jack with 1,184. Candy is round off the top 10 with 1,072. In 11th is BCP with 1,062. Stonetail in 12th with 996. In 13th is Gemma with 976, and then 14th is the reserve driver of Lunacy with 976. If I'm reading that correctly. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, 925. And then Stingray in 15th with 878. Wags is the last of the full-time drivers in 16th place with 786. So in the team's championship, it looks like this. Leading the way is Max Speed with 5,086 points. Second place is FBR Sport with 4,604. So Max Speed has got a pretty good size, comfortable margin in the points. Third is Revo Satellite Racing with 4,565. Kenny Motorsport in fourth with 4,239, and then a dead last is BCPRD with 3,728 points. So, and also from the results from the races that were not able to stream, Red One managed to win 3 races in a row, winning the feature and sprint at Brands Hatch, and also winning the endurance race as well. So he's kind of been dominating for about 5 races in a row so far. His winning streak came in the second race at St. Croix, and it's been continuing ever since. Will that continue tonight? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, I think we will be getting ready to go for qualifying just a little bit shortly. And if anybody is watching too, be sure to say something in the chat. Maybe we can have a little bit of interaction as well. Would be very nice indeed. And hope you guys will enjoy the show. So, yeah, we are now at the 8:30 mark, so I think we should be going. Yep, there you go. PK giving Banana kick by the go. And there we are. And here we go. So now we begin 10 minutes of qualifying. So the critical part about this race is definitely going to be trying to stay in that slipstream as well, because if you're out of that slipstream, you are going to be quite a sitting duck. I know the cars in the best in the straight line speed would probably be mostly likely the Supra and the Jag, the F-Type. I think the third in line would be probably, I would say, the GTR. Fourth would be the Lexus, and then the Porsche would be the next one in line to be one of the weaker cars on a straight line. So if you're a Porsche driver, that's including BCB, Jambo, and Tim, you're going to need a lot of slipstream if you want to be in this race. That is going to be very, very crucial indeed. So yeah, also like I mentioned earlier about the liveries, as you can see, some teams, I should say, are doing one-off liveries. You saw FBR Sport with that bright red FP engraving car, which was very nice indeed. BCPRD have gone for a more different look. They've gone with the sort of like a white-black sort of livery. If I remember correctly, I think the sponsor is Status Error, which it is. I have seen that before in an anime show. I can't think of it at the top of my head. I've never seen that in the Discord of like a Toyota hatchback just sliding in a GIF that PCP sent to the Discord earlier in the livery showcase. I just don't know where it's from though, but I have seen it before. It just doesn't wrap my mind. And then also Kennedy Motorsport, if I can, which one is the close? Here we go. If I can get a good angle of it. They've gone with a more like a black and white-ish sort of. I'm trying to get a good look of it if I can. There we go. Yeah, like a black and white sort of like configuration patterns, and it actually looks pretty damn good. Actually, I've got to say. So I got to give big props to BK on that. So while we're doing that, let's go ahead and give you a little bit of a guided tour of this place, of the Tokyo Expressway East Outer Loop. We'll go ahead and run along with Brian Steinray as he'll lead the charge. Well, he's technically not leading the charge. He's leading a bit of a train of cars, technically. BCP is like miles out in front. Well, here we go. He's going down this long main straight up towards the first corner. This track is about 7.3 kilometers long, so it is a pretty long track. And into the first corner, going a little bit deep, understeering there quite a bit, hugging the inside corner, a little bit too much, I would say, into that wall there, and now we go into this like this overpass into this tight little bit of a little bit of a two-way lane sort of freeway, if you say, and into this little tight little left-right bit, and under another bit of bridge, keeping it flat through most of the part. This should be mostly flat until you get up to the uphill part of this here. Oh, Stingray getting a little bit violent there. And to note too, there's only maybe about 2 or 3 braking zones around here. So here comes another right-left sort of tight bend, keeping it tight there, headed 4th gear for most of the time. Now we go into the hairpin of the track. This is, I think, the last corner. This is turn 12, or I think the kink is, I'm not sure. Oh, Stingray keeping it 1st gear, sliding about as well. But he has caught up to Banana, and we'll see what the time will be. Another thing to note too is if you can listen to that little thudding, that's basically the car just bouncing around on the track. It is quite bumpy around Tokyo Expressway. BCB crosses the line. 2 minute 2 is the benchmark, and Dynamite goes to pole with a 1 minute 59.7 under Stingray's toe. Stingray follows up with it. What was that time he did? I think he was about 7. It was about the same time, but he was about 7/1000 slower. Bought out about what was that time he did there? 2 minute 2, and then we got more times coming. Red One goes to pole with a 58.7. I don't think he did that with Slipstream either. He's quite further back from Kane. That's a pretty nice time there indeed. And we got a little bit of racing here between Dynamite and Stingray, trying to see who can grab BCB's toe. And like I said too, gosh, I keep forgetting about how that little pop-up always intervenes the little telemetry. Oh, runs a little bit into the wall there. Through that little bit of the 2-lane road. So currently, it's Red One, Dynamite, Stingray, Bodhard, Prezzo, and then BCP. No one else has had times though, surprisingly. Well, I don't know if they went to the pits beforehand or what. Oh yeah, they did. I can see why. Yeah, they're on outlaps. Never mind. They probably were doing that while I was paying attention to the front of the field. Oh, that actually looks very nice. I like the red rims. That looks very, very good there, Prezzo. Nice job, indeed. I really love that red rim. But yeah, BCPRD, Kenny Motorsport, and also, wait, sorry. Kenny Motorsport, FBR Sport, and BCPRD are the only teams I think to do one-off liveries for tonight. No one else is doing that. And some drivers have come into the pits, put on some fresh boots. But coming in as well. Soft tires. He did it on medium tires as well. 7/10 clear. And BK goes to 3rd. Jack goes to 2nd. Very nicely timed indeed. So the two Kenny Motorsport cars looking pretty good right now, giving each other some slipstream, working together as well. Right now they got to find another 2.5 tenths, so they want to steal Red One from pole position. And there's a personal purple first sector there for Jack. Whether that's genuine or not, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, but I don't think Red One's been doing that time without toe. I think he's been doing it without it, so that's still pretty good if he is. Let's see what Prezzo's up to. Oh, he clips the bit of the wall there. I think we're coming up towards one of the end of the sectors, and he's down by about 2.3, 2 tenths, I should say. I said 2.3, sorry. 2 tenths of a second. What about Jack? Let's see if he's improved a little bit on his time. Let's see, the second sector says he's up by about 1.5 tenths as BCP moves out of the way. And I think we got, who's that ahead of those two? I think that's Lane. Oh, there's a few more other cars as well. Stingray, Dynamite as well. They're on outlaps though, but I think Jack would be the next to cross along with BK as they now make their way through the hairpin. Some more blue flags. I think that's just Jamo getting out of the way of Tim. More blue flags. Third sector says he's up by still about a tenth. He's lost about half a tenth through that sector. Prezzo's come into the pits. Let's see what the times are going to be now for some of them. As Kirby goes at 1:59.6. A lot of 59s coming in. 59.6 for Blocky, 59.5 for Lane, and a 59.5 for Jack as he goes to pole position. He beats Ridwan's time, but only by just 2 tenths. As he's now getting a massive toe from Lane, who's currently 5th at the moment. And he's purple in that first sector as well by about over 1.5 tenths. So we've got about 47 seconds left to qualify. I don't think Prezzo's gonna, yeah, he's not gonna have enough time to get back and do a lap. So that might be his qualifying over. Lucky's down on his time in that second sector. Okay, so there's 4 sectors, so I'm getting that. I said the second sector was the one over at the upfield bit of the track, not that bit. Okay. It's been a while since I've done this, or been around this place too. Let's see, Jack coming through towards the 3rd sector. Is he purple though? No, he's down by 1.3 seconds. What about BK though? He's got the toe as well. He's trying to use his teammate and Lane to his advantage. Now what about the Revo boys though? Kirby is using Blocky for slipstream. His Ridwan's coming to the pits. So he's gonna start on the medium side. Oh, slide there from Kirby. That's qualifying over. For sure. I think BK's down by about 1/10 of a second, about over 1/10 of a second. Well, can he find more time down the straight? He's using Jack. Can he get on pole and steal it from his teammate? Dynamite 59.0. Crosses the line. No, it's not. It's not enough. Not enough for pole. Bodo goes 59.9. That puts him into 10th. And ladies and gentlemen, the rookie Orphan Drop is on pole position for the first time in P1 GT, and he did it by just nearly 2/10 of a second. A 158.561. A very good job indeed from Jack. A 1-3 for Kennedy Motorsport. That was very good teamwork indeed by those two. So it's Jack, Ridwan, BK, Dynamite, Prezzo, Lane, Blocky, Curving, Stingray, Bodod, Tim, Jammer, Wags, Candy, and wait a minute. Isn't there supposed to be 15? Wait a minute, wait. Wasn't there supposed to be 15? Or, wait a minute. I thought there was supposed to be 15. Oh, there we go. Yeah, BCP. He's 15th, and he's also spun into the wall. Okay, I'm not crazy. I just wasn't sure. I was just hoping that we weren't having that sort of glitch. Or at least I wasn't having that sort of glitch of where I couldn't see anybody. And there you go, qualifying has ended, and there is your order right there. Well, very quickly. Banana Cake Pie sightseeing comeback. Of course, he is back after being absent for a while due to his broken arm, so we'll have to see how it goes for him. Indeed. Yeah, it says 14. Okay, well, we'll just have to stick it out, I guess. But here we go. We'll get the telemetry up. The revs are building here in Tokyo. We got 16 laps to cover. Oh, hello, red flag. Okay, yeah, we're abandoning that. So yeah, something has happened. Okay. Yeah, I thought there was something wrong. Yeah, because it said 14 on the grid, but it's supposed to say 15. Skirby has slid into the face first into the wall. Lucky has gone backwards into the wall. Alright, there you go. Red flag. Yeah, what? Who was it that I wasn't seeing? Yeah, I mean, it said 14 on the grid. I was confused about who it was that I wasn't seeing. Okay. Well, right. That was very bizarre. Yeah, because on the number order, like, when I flashed over to VCP, it said he was 15th. But then, like, the order said it was from 1st to 14th. It says 15 players have entered for me. Okay. Yeah. Everyone except myself, which obviously I'm not supposed to check in. Let me make sure I'm seeing everybody correctly. I see Bodod, I see Blocky, see PCP, see Jack, see Jamo, same with BK, same with Prezzo, same with Wags, same with Lane, Red One, Tim, Kane, Dynamite, Stingray, Kirby. Yep, I can see everybody at least, so that's the good news. I just don't know how that happened. But yeah, it looks like everyone's gonna start in the mediums, which I assume is the right call to do. Apart from Lane, who's on the soft tire. Yeah, because you want to get those medium stint out of the way. Wags is just out and about, just probably gonna practice doing some laps while we're just trying to get everything all sorted out. Yeah, that red actually looks really good. I remember Prezzo was just saying like how he wanted to have more of a red chrome sort of look. I think it was his brother that suggested the idea, and actually looks pretty damn good under the lights. Bodod is just stranded there doing nothing. Blocky is doing a little bit of a pirouette, and he's facing backwards. But yeah, Max Speed and Revo are the only ones that do not have one-off liveries. BCP though has done a pretty good job as well with that as well, that white and black. Same with BK with the Kenny Motorsport car. I love the variation of patterns. It looks really good on that car, and it looks very good under the lights. I hope you guys like the compliments when you go back and watch the stream. Hey, time to get the race underway. Well, 16 laps to cover, and only a 4-lap tire minimum. Make sure to get all that stuff up there. Alright, time for the revs to build, and get ready for some close racing here on the opening lap. The revs are building, and here we go, from Tokyo Expressway. And it's going to be pretty much all about the slipstream as we head down into the first corner. It's going to be a long way into it. Dynamite getting a decent start. Lane getting a good start. Red One has dropped down to 4th. He might be a bit of a sitting duck as BK is trying to steal the slipstream from lane Everingham. As they now make their way through the first corner. Here we go. What kind of action are we going to see here? Dynamite going down the inside of the first corner. Someone's into the barrier already. I couldn't tell who that was, but there were some sparks that flew out of someone's car, but it is Dynamite and Lane that is making it a 1-2. A great start for the max speed cars in the Jag. Very good job indeed. Dynamite leads. Lane in second. Orphan dropping third now. After starting on pole position, he's dropped down to third place. BK in fourth place. Has dropped only one position. Kirby, though, has gone up to fifth. After starting nearly down towards the bottom 10 of the grid. He's got Red One behind, who's dropped down to sixth place. Jamo in seventh, Steamer in eighth, Botta in ninth, and then Prezzo completes your top 10. I think that was who got damaged. It might have been Prezzo. He's got front aero damage. I think he might have been the one that hit the barrier at the first corner. Or was it Botta? Because they both have damage. I'm not sure, but there probably was contact between these two. But Botta's got front aero and front left suspension damage. As they now make their way to the hairpin. Oh, I love seeing that. The glowing red brake discs. It's just so cool to see at night, indeed. Through the hairpin and now down, back into the tunnel we come. As we will complete the first lap of 16 here in Tokyo Expressway East Outer Loop. As the max speed cars 1 and 2 and Kennedy Motorsport in 3 and 4. Coming in fifth, and then Ridwan trying to work with him in sixth place. Oh, these cars look absolutely magnificent under the lights. It just looks so good. GT Sport does a really good job making these cars look good at night, that's for sure. Back up to the leaders, though. See if any action happens. Nope, everything's meanwhile. Oh, the lane was a bit squirrely there. He is on the soft compound tire, just remember that. He'll have to pit to the mediums once they get into the pit lane. I think he's the only one on the soft compound tire as well. Present, meanwhile, has gone from 10th up to 7th place, and Botta's right behind in 8th place now. As they now make their way to the little 2-lane roads. That is so tight, side by side, 2 rows, as they make their way through the 2-lane roads. Oh my goodness, this is so tight. This is amazing racing. But everyone seems to have gone through cleanly. Everyone's keeping position, at least for the time being. Oh, this is so tight. Tight indeed. This is what I expected, at least, from Tokyo. But I was expecting more of the whole field to be close, not sort of spread out, because Botta right now is about 3.7 seconds away from Ridwan and losing time as Prezzo's hit the wall again. Let me go back up to the field. Lane is going to go down the inside of Dynamite, but overshoots the corner there. He goes too deep. That allows the door open to Dynamite. Maybe? No, he does not. I thought he would get the move done, but no, he doesn't. And look at this. It's Jack that's going to steal the slipstream from Dynamite to get behind Lane area. BK is going to help him out as well. Dynamite is going to have to... Oh, actually, Lane is now pulled off to the left. Very wisely moved there just to help Dynamite get the slipstream back, and there you go. But that is the immense power of that straight line speed of that Jag. That F-Type has definitely got some good straight line speed, along with that Supra indeed. These top 6 are getting really close to each other now. Now make their way up the first corner. So far, so good. No one's really gone into the barriers. How about everyone behind? Lucky. Oh, Botta's going a little bit wide. I think he might have been pushed off from Stingray there in the first corner. Stingray moves up to 8th place, and he goes into the barrier, but no damage. Doesn't meanwhile has dropped down now to 11th place. He might be suffering more with that front aero damage, and Jamo is right behind him, and Plesso trying to squeeze through BCP. He's still lost. Oh, he's hit the barrier again. He's got more damage now. Now it's front left suspension. A little bit wall bang there, unfortunately there, and he's going to have to go with the pit soon. Yeah, he's losing a lot of performance. Meanwhile, back up front. Lane starting to slightly pull away, but still trying to keep Dynamite in his slipstream as he possibly can as they make their way through the hairpin. But Dynamite overshoots the corner. That allows the door open for Jack. Does he have enough exit speed? No, he does not. Stays behind. Dynamite apparently purple through the 4th sector as they now make their way down towards the tunnel. They have one more lap to do the tire minimum, I think. Yep, so we got one more lap, and now we've reached the tire minimum requirements, so pretty much now is the case of you can come into the pits and change tires. For those medium runners, obviously they'll go to the soft compound tire, while Lane, the only lonesome soft runner, will go to the medium tire. Up the crests. Oh, a little bit of squeezing at the wall. So now make their way through the second corner, the second bend, and now we go into the two-lane road of two-lane expressway. So far, everyone just keeping it tight. No, nothing too silly, at least for the time being. Further back, though. Lucky and Stingray are trying to work together just to hold on for 7 and 8 for a time being. Botta still slipping down. He's about 2.1 seconds behind, and it's probably going to get swarmed by Porsches in a little bit. And Prezzo's pitted for the medium. Actually, oh, he's way far behind. Oh, he must have pitted for the damage. Yeah. So unlike Botta, he decided to continue. Lane's actually pulled up a 1.6 second gap now. He's pulled up a little bit now to Dynamite. Interesting. But now what's going to happen now once they come into the pits? As they now make their way towards the hairpin. Red one, though, going down the inside. He's going to try to get on the inside of Jack. Can he make it? No, not quite, I don't think. No, he's not. He's just behind. But meanwhile, BK also got ahead of Jack. Does Lane go in? The answer is no. Dynamite? No. No one does. Nope, they all stay out. Just for a little while longer. Yeah, I think Lane might be telling Dynamite, well, you might be on your own for this one. Even though because I'm trying to pull away, but I think that's going to be a bit difficult for Lane. He's had some personal purple first sector apparently. Red one going down the inside into the first corner. And he gets past Jack. He's into 4th place. Meanwhile, that might leave the door open for curving. Down the inside, he's got to 5th now. That was an absolute send from Red one, and that actually paid off. No one got damaged, so that's actually good news indeed. Oh, what a move that was. What a send from the Supra. Dynamite is in really big trouble. He's got all these cars right behind. They now make their way from the 2-lane road and onto the intersection. Oh, goodness me. BK, I thought was trying to go for a move there. He's just pretty much kissing that rear end of that Jag at the moment. All he's trying to do is just hang on, at least for the time being. Try to use Dynamite as a bit of a decoy just to get a little bit closer to the lane, perhaps. Right now he's got a 2.9 second margin. So making my way through the hairpin. Again, love seeing those glowing red brake discs. Just looks so amazing. Curving goes past Red one into 4th place. And there are the rest of the cars there right behind, making their way to the hairpin. Lane's got a 2.9 second margin. Does he go in? That would be no. No one's coming in just quite yet. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Lucky right now 6.3 seconds away from Jack. So he's definitely not. He is well not close for slipstream. BK, though, however, is going to go down the inside of Dynamite. And he gets it done into the first corner. Oh, but he overshoots it a little bit, and Dynamite says, thank you very much. I'll take back second place away from you there, BK. Goes back up into second place, goes to Jag. As meanwhile, Curvings comes in fourth now, ahead of Ridwan. And Jack is just sitting on the back of this train. Through the overpass, and now onto the through the windy bits of the two-lane expressway. They're all tight. Oh, but BK, he slammed into the wall, but surprisingly no damage. That angle, he looked like he slammed into the wall, but no, he's fine, apparently. Yeah, Lane is just literally just pulled away. Yeah, look at that. 3.3 seconds and growing even more as we keep progressing. So those soft tires are coming into a large effect. Through the hairpin. There's curving. Oh, Red One getting a bit squirrely there. There's the rest of the cars. Let's see what everyone else is doing. Staying and Blocky just pretty much working together. I think they could lock up 7 or 8 easily. They shouldn't be under threat from the Porsches. BCP is way far back as well, 5.4 seconds. BK pits, and the rest of them are coming as well. Jack, Red One, and Curving. Dynamite and Lane stay out. Okay, that kind of caught me off a bit there. That loud horn. Right, so let's see how this will pan out for the undercut. Jack comes out, Curving does, and same with Red One and BK. Jammo though stays out, and he's right now in third. He'll have to pit very soon. Red One now on the back of BK, and Jack on the back of Curving. Of course, filled up a little bit of fuel as well, about 3/4 of a tank. Red One coming down the inside of that GTR, and he's clear and through, or maybe not. He hits the wall. BK taps the back of his car. I think they're fine at least. No damage at least from those two. That's at least good news. But unfortunately for Curving and Jack, they are a little bit further down the road. They're about 2.2 seconds away from Red One and BK. Lane is about 4.2 seconds away, but he's going to be paid for the medium tire. He has to. No way he can go on those softs again. Coming in Texas, trying to see if they can get close to BK or Red One, but right now it's looking not like the case. Lane still continues to stay out. Right, okay, so he's stretching out for a little bit longer. Dynamite comes in for his pit stop. Obviously onto the soft compound tire. And a little bit of refueling as well. We'll fill up to probably maybe about over 3/4 of a tank. I think he'll come up behind Jack the way it looks. Let's see. Oh no, he actually he's alongside them. Now behind. Okay, so I was fairly accurate. But is he far back? Oh, he's lost a lot of time. Oh yeah, no, he might be out of this one. I think from the way it looks, I'm going to say this might be the battle for the win. Red One and BK. Because, oh, BK! Because they fitted for the soft compound tire. And they are about, let me look at the gap again, 2.5 seconds away from Curving. Although Lane has been showing he's got good pace around here. So he might be in this battle too, even though he'll be on the medium tire, but we'll have to wait and see how it all pans out for him. Yeah, so right now we only got a battle for second and a battle for fourth. Let's see further down the road. Still the same, Lucky and Stingray just trying to work together. Botthard on the back of BCP. Of course, these two have had history with each other. Of course, Botthard being champion with BCPRD in the driver's point of view in Season 2, and also winning the Enduro Cup as well in Season 1, 2, and 3, I think it was, if I remember correctly. Lane continues to stay out. Wow, okay. And such the fastest lap, and that is without slipstream. So Lane is actually flying, but however, further back, Ridwan's got a new PB, or a new purple sector, purple fourth sector. That might be the fastest lap coming his way, I think. And let's see. And yeah, he obliterates this time by about 9/10 of a second. So he gained about 9/10 over the course of that lap, and that is with BK helping him out. So what would you do if you're in Lane in this situation? Probably just, I think you want to pit right now, because you don't want to risk losing so much to BK and Ridwan. Unless these two make a mistake, Lane could have a chance of winning it. But right now, only time will tell. This will be only a battle for fourth, maybe third. We'll have to wait and see for that. Dynamite. Let's see. Is he closing it? He's closing a tiny bit. There's Brian Stingray and Blocky right behind. So they've swapped places. Yeah, Lane is losing time. He's gonna have to pit. He's gonna have to go and pit now. I would just get into the pits. Just don't risk losing so much time to those two. But of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. So let's see if anything close to battle on Kane. Battle with Tim. Oh, Tim's. No, sorry, Kane has smacked the wall, and yeah, he's got front air and front left suspension damage. Wow, Lane is still staying out. What is his plan? Because he's still losing time. Let me see how much he's lost. Because Ridwan's got another fastest lap coming, I think. Let's see. He did a 59.4 on that lap. Ridwan's on a 59.1. So he's gained about 1.3 seconds over the course of that lap. With BK obviously helping him out. BK's still just trying to hang on at least for a little bit longer as curving. I thought that was a move, but I think they were just, I guess, having a bit of side-by-side action. Curving going a little bit deep there, I think, for that corner, but he's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's just going to be these two, just pretty much just stick together. Dynamite's just a sitting duck, but he shouldn't be under threat from Stingray and Blocky unless Dynamite makes some serious mistakes that will cost him time. Honestly, Lane has got to come in now. Otherwise, he is going to lose out massively to those two. I mean, it is a short pit. Yeah, you can see now the fuel icon has come on his dash. Yeah, he's going to have to come in now. And he's losing about another second each lap. See, BK and Ridwan are just around the other side of the hairpin, and Lane is about to come towards the tunnel. This will be very interesting how this pit stop comes out. Here goes Lane, he's coming in. Right, so medium tires will definitely be the call for him, as Ridwan's actually pulled away massively to BK. He's now gained about 2 seconds. Alright, so Lane Getting fuel in his car. He's got the tires on. Where's Red One? There he is. Lane's coming out now. Is he gonna be ahead? Oh, Red One, he's got him. He's got the undercut. And he's got the speed as well to pull away. Look at that. He's gained about 1.92 seconds now after that pit stop. And BK's got ahead into second place. Or will he? Does Lane fight him? No, he does not, but he's gonna go deep. He's still trying to find that grip on those medium tires. I think Red One might have this race. He's about 2.2 seconds up the road. The only threat now for BK is just if Lane can just hold on. He's enough in range to be in slipstream, but he has not got the tire grip to go through. Because look at that. He's lost about a couple of tenths through that little bit of the middle part of the track. And now it's at 1 second. Yeah, Lane does not have the grip. Jack, meanwhile, has gone up to 4th place ahead of Curving, and then there's Dynamite actually is starting to close in a little bit with those two battling. Gap was at 3 seconds a few laps ago. Now it's at 1.9 seconds. And I don't think that's what those two would want to do, is battle. They want to at least keep each other in slipstream until the end of the race, then battle. Because if you keep battling, you're going to lose out some time. Oh, look at that. 2 barrels have been knocked over. Oh, make that 3, actually. There was a 3rd barrel being knocked over on the outside part of the track. Nice close-up there. Those brake discs. Definitely. You'll probably hear me compliment the glowing brake discs quite a bit in this stream, eh? 1.2 seconds right now is the gap, but Lane can close that in because he's got the straight line speed. Look at that. 271, 272 kilometers an hour compared to 278 kilometers an hour from the Jag. That Jag has got some serious speed down the straights. But Lane just does not have the grip because of those medium tires. BK's on the softs. He'll have plenty of grip to get through the corners. Yeah, gap is at 3.2 seconds and still climbing. BK's only chance of winning this race is if Red One makes a serious mistake, whether it's getting damage either by error, suspension, or worse, engine damage. He's got a gap to Lane now, 1.6, and Lane will definitely not have the gap to close up and attack BK. And 2.2 seconds is the gap between Dynamite and Curving. And there's Stingray and Blocky. Are they closing in? Yeah, they're closing one by one, but the problem is that they won't gain because of that straight line speed from the Jag. Jag is just too quick down the straights. Yeah, the field is somewhat spread out apart from these two, and these two. And that's it. Pretty much everyone is just everyone else is all in their own little bubble. Seconds right now is the gap. Still staying at 2 seconds, but Curving using that slipstream from the Nissan just to gain a little bit, give it a little bit of a bump trap. We got about 4 more laps to go. So we have just a battle for 4th, and a battle for 7th, and perhaps a battle for 11th place with the 2 Porsches. wants to build more of a margin there now. 4.4 seconds. I'm sure BK is definitely screaming in that part. Red1, please make a mistake. I want to win again. Because the last time he won, well, was in St. Croix in the feature race. But knowing Red1, I don't think that's going to happen. Because right now he's doing fairly a decent job. BK's got a 2.4 second margin to Lane. I think this would be your top 3 unless something catastrophic happens. Although, maybe I might have to keep an eye on the battle for 3rd if it does happen, because obviously Lane is on the mediums. These 2 behind him are on the soft compound tire. That's the only difference, at least for the time being. Now we're on to lap 14 of 16 here in Tokyo Expressway. Everyone's increased now to 5.5 seconds. Lane, though, however, is starting to slowly creep that gap up between himself and BK. And right now it's at 1.8, 1.9. So far, no damage at least. I think if Lane would have started in the medium tire, though, he would have been in a much better position, I think, than where he is. I think he would have been fine with Red1 for the win. He did have the pace on those soft compound tires, as we saw in the early part of the race. I think that was just a huge mistake on his part. He was the only one out of the rest of the field to start on that tire too. Still got the scrap for 7th and a scrap for 4th, and then the scrap for 11th place. Or have we not? No, I don't think we do anymore. Tim has now pulled up a gap of 1.6 seconds between him and Tim. Or Tim's pulled up a gap between Jamo of 1.6 seconds, I should say. 6.2 seconds right now is the gap. 2.4 seconds between Lane and BK. We're now at lap 15, 2 more laps to go here in Tokyo. What was action-packed for a little bit is pretty much just now you only have 2 battles for places. And then everyone else just pretty much in their own little space. Pretty much just typical when you race around Tokyo. Happens quite a bit. Although one costly error will make or break your race, that's for sure. It did for 2 at least, who got damaged, and that was Ballard and Prezzo. Ooh, Jack. That was a bit violent. That was a bit violent there for the first couple of corners. He's alright though, at least he doesn't have damage. That's at least the good news for him. Steering blocky, just still battling for 7th place. I think they'll keep the position, but we'll see. Maybe they'll just battle each other just for pride, as long as they don't do anything stupid. 7.1 seconds, still growing. Lane right now has a 1.9 second gap between himself and BK. So BK looks like he might be onto his best finish since winning the race at St. Croix. Yeah, because he got a win at St. Croix feature, and then he got 3rd in the sprint St. Croix. So yeah, this would be podium number 3 for him of the season if he keeps it up. Meanwhile, that gap has actually shrunk a little bit. That's at 1.5 seconds now between Lane and Jack. As we now begin the final lap of the race. Red One will start it off. And he's very low on fuel as well, but hopefully we'll see if he can make it through. Does he have enough? That red fuel icon is flashing. BK though is definitely fine. Same with Lane, everyone else. No, actually Kirby though, he's a bit low on fuel, but I think he should make it. Yeah. Now the fuel icon comes on for BK. But red one's a little bit lower fuel. We'll have to keep an eye on that if they somehow run out of fuel. It is easy to do so around here. And there's Stingray and Lucky still battling. Oh, scraping the wall there. I don't know if it's just genuine hitting the wall or if it's just a bit of lag, but I've kind of been seeing that quite a bit this entire race. I think Red One should. I think it should be just fine. He's got enough fuel, I think, to get through. They make their way through the two-lane road, through the S section. Lane, oof. That was a bit of a knock in the wall. He's lost it, but he's going to now be in this little bit of a scrap now. Here comes Jack and Kirby. Lane could be in trouble here. As they now make their way through the final few corners of this racetrack. Yeah, what was 1.5 seconds has now got Jack on the back of him. Same with Kirby. Oh, Lane he is not having a good time. He is going to have to make that Jag as wide as possible if he wants to keep the podium places. Through the hairpin for the final time. Oh, side-by-side action there. Lane holds off at least for the time being. This might be a drag race to the line. Red One will cross the line. He'll take the checker flag and win the Tokyo's feature race. BK will come home in second place. Down towards the line. Drag race to the line. Curry's going to push him, I think. It's a three wide to the line. Lane gets third place by about 3/100ths of a second over Curving Texas. And Jack will come home in 5th place. Dharma will come home in 6th, Blocky in 7th. Stingray will come home in 8th as he's run out of fuel. Well, I said one of them could run out of fuel, and it happened to be Brian Stingray. Followed in 9th, and then Banana comes home in the top 10. Tim in 11th, and then Jambo in 12th. Prezzo will come home in 13th, unfortunately for him. Getting damage, same with Bodot. Hopefully they'll manage to recoup that sort of race and try to get a good result in the sprint. They'll come in 13th, Kane in 14th, and then Wags will complete the rest of the grid. But Red One make that now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 victories in a row for the back-to-back Drivers' Champion. And he's continuing his winning streak here in Project 1 GT Series. VK in 2nd, and Lane Everingham coming home in 3rd in a 3-wide drag race to the finish. That was absolutely incredible from those 3. But congratulations to Red One. And gets the fastest lap as well. So gets more points added on as well. And now we just wait for the sprint. Yeah, great race overall. Alright, so yeah, Wags will be starting on pole position since he did finish last in that race. And it will be Kane and then Prezzo as your top 3 for the grid in the sprint. We will be doing 12 laps. And it will be a 3 tire minimum, I think it will be. Kirby saying in the Discord that he claims that he got 3rd. I mean, it was very close. The angle that I got, I mean, it was close. But the leaderboard did say it was Lane that got 3rd place, but he got about 3/100ths of a second. Must be something going on the max speed team with the electronic time at the finish line. Oh, that's funny. And if there's anyone here that just tuned in, welcome along, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the stream so far. We are at the Tokyo East Outer Loop for round 9 of the Project 1 GT series. We will begin the sprint race. Very shortly, as you can see, BK has mentioned that we are at a 5-minute break. That explains what happened to BK, how he lost some time. He clipped the wall. I think I saw it too. I think he clipped the wall somewhere in that 2-lane Expressway. I'm guessing. Yeah, because I remember the gap went from him being so close to Route 1, then he clipped the wall and he lost like about a second, and then he just kept dropping for him. Yeah, like I said, it could have been a 2-way fight for the win, but nope, it ended up just being Red One just coasting home to another victory. 6 victories in a row. Yeah, but great effort from BK as well. That was a fantastic race from him, and then the 3-way fight for the finish between Lane, Curving, and Jack was another good one as well. Yeah, no, great race, some great racing overall. Hopefully the sprint will provide some even better action too. Alright, there we go. BCP has now changed it to 12 laps for the sprint race. So yeah, like I said, if you did not hear me earlier from the stream, it's 12 laps, and it will be a 3-tire minimum requirement. So by the 3rd lap, pretty much everyone can go into the pits, change the tires, etc. And who are we missing that has not checked in? Okay, there we go. Now we got 15. Yeah, I think I was Blocky that was not checked in earlier. Who is on track at the moment? Jamo just strolling around on the front straight. 2-minute break, says PK. Lane just doing some runs. He's on the medium tire, but some of them are on the soft tire. BCP, Jack, Tim, and Wags. Dynamite, Bodhard. That's definitely unlike Bodhard. He usually starts on the medium tire. Interesting. Blocky too on the soft compound tire. I still think you want to start on the mediums, just to get them out of the way. Yeah, that's just very interesting. Considering the fact that we saw that Lane was the only one to start on the soft compound tire, at least from what I saw. There you go, check some laps to a 2:09 on your very first lap on the medium compound tire Lane. Very nicely done. Okay, let me some drink there. Alright, 1 more minute left, and then we will begin race number 2 here in Tokyo. Yeah, so Kane, Prezzo, Stingray curving. Ridwan and BK are the only ones on the mediums. The rest are on the soft compound tire. Oh, and Jammer too. I'm sorry. Jammer 2 and Lane. Let Jammer just try and practice the starts. And of course, also if you're new to this as well, it is a manual start, not the traction control starts like we've done all season, all 5 seasons. That was changed this season in season 6. Ridwan is facing the wrong way in the pit lane exit. Just staring down and whatever on earth he's doing. And that's just Jammo kissing the wall there. I guess Ridwan wanted to do a little bit of a staring contest. Oh, who's that coming out? That looks like a Jag. It's Bodod. Hello, Bodod. How you doing? Alright. PK is giving Banana the go. And we will get going. There we go. Clock has begun, and we will begin race number 2, the sprint race, here in Tokyo Expressway. The one thing I noticed too, and I didn't mention, apparently there's no starting light, so I can't really see really when the countdown is, unfortunately. But here we go. Wags on pole position, Candy in second, Prezzo third, Gemma fourth, and then Tim rounds out your top 5 for the sprint race. Time to get the revs up, and we will begin race number 2. 12 laps, 3-lap tire minimum here at Tokyo Expressway for the sprint race. As the revs climb, and we are off. Who's got the better start of this one? It is Jamma that gets a better start off the line, and he's into second place. Now trying to steal the slipstream from Wise as they go down the main straight. Kane trying to steal the slipstream as well from Jamma as they make their way down the main straight. Cars trying to find any sort of way to do so, but working with Prezzo at least for the time being. Kane there squeezes him a little bit there into the outside part of the track. Here we go into the first corner. We will come out cleanly. Oh, there's cars into the barrier. Someone spun around, I think. Somewhere in the backfield, it was Kane. He's got damage at the front. His race is officially over, unfortunately. But Prezzo somehow goes to first place after getting through all that sort of mess. Jammo in second, and Tim goes to third. There's Bono in fourth, when Wags slowly going down the field as Bono goes into the barrier a little bit there. Now the Porsches have got to work together at least so they can break away. Oh, but someone's going to the barrier. That's Jammo, I think. Yep, it was. He's got damage. Front arrow and front left suspension. Oh my goodness me. This is getting absolutely intense here. As they make their way through the right-hander. Oh, he's into the barrier again. Oh, that's unfortunate for him. He's officially over as well. Tim is going to be a sitting duck with that Porsche being the slowest car down the straight line. But right now is in second place. Prezzo is leading by 1.7 seconds. Making the way through the hairpin. There's Blocky. Where on earth did he come from? He's in fourth. Stingray in fifth. And Dynamite right now in sixth place. Now they make their way through the tunnel to complete lap 1 of 12, and Prezzo has got a good sized lead of 1.5 seconds. And he's on the medium tire, so he's definitely got a good advantage. But meanwhile, we'll get a bump from Blocky. They're both on the soft tire as well. Stingray closing in as well. On the medium tire. Jammo though still trying to hang on even with damage. And there's Ridwan in 9th place. Wags right now still sliding down the field. He's in 10th. BCP down the inside of Jammo. Oh! Contact! Oh, more contact between Jammo and Jack. So far okay, at least. And there's the top 3 from last race. As they're spelling out. Oh, that's tight. These guys are absolutely getting very antsy with each other indeed. There's so many battles going on, I'm not sure which one to focus on. Dynamite though, oh my, look at the massive run he's got! My goodness! He carried so much speed. I mean, I know he's on softs, but still, that's insane. How much speed he carried. He got a massive run compared to Stingray. Oh, and Tim's got damage as well. Front air and front left. Oh, that's a shame. Now Bardock and Blocky are going to have to try to work together to try to catch Prezzo. Bardock goes very wide, unfortunately there. Lost a little bit of time. Apparently purple in that last sector, but I think Prezzo might have something, some sort of response to that. Should be fine with straight line speed at least. Let's see, what was this lap going to be? 2 minutes 8. Bardock gets the fastest lap of 59.6. Blocky behind. Tim right now hanging on in 4th place, but Stingray passes him. Goes down to 4th. And further back, Wag's still at least hanging on for the top 10. He's doing a pretty decent job after slipping out. At least try his best to score any sort of points. Lane though has moved herself up to 11. We'll make that 12th now. Curving close to Red One, curving right down the inside. These are the guys that were in the top 5 earlier, now valley in the bottom. BK trying to get past curving. So now make their way through the 2-lane expressway. Side by side. Oh goodness me. He's different how the leaders are battling at the bottom, and oh, Lane has gone into the barrier there. He's lost a little bit of run there, and that is going to allow Red One and BK to go through. So he's lost a couple of positions there, maybe 3. No, never mind. Kirby stays behind. I thought Kirby would have some sort of a momentum to get to him. While up front, still pretty much the same boat. And here come the River Boys. Now closing in on that Jag, but that Blocky's been stuck to for a little while. Tim, meanwhile, still hanging on even with that damage. That's at least good to see. He hasn't at least lost out on the slipstream. Dynamite's still hanging on. So we are also on the 3-lap tire requirement, so does that mean everyone comes in? And the answer is yes. Bezo comes in. No, not everyone else. Bardock stays out. That is true because they're on the soft compound tire. Blocky, Stingray, yep. BCP's coming in. Yep, everyone else that was on the mediums is coming in now. Red One now, same with Lane. Same with BK, Red One. Sorry, I've got the drivers all mixed up. Kane and then BCP. Yeah, pretty much everyone's come out. I'm just getting mixed up about who's in the pit lane. My bad. Oh, goodness. But Prezzo's got a good sized margin to Jag. He's got about 3.7 seconds. So he shouldn't be under threat from his brother unless he makes a mistake. Yeah, the soft runners are going to have to do everything that they possibly can to try to pull away. I don't know if fuel will be the issue here as well, but I don't think it should be. It might be for the Jag, but I don't think it should be for anyone else. But I think if you do a little bit of a splash, I think your race might be a bit compromised. I mean, it's been a while since I've done a strategy around, done a race around here, like I said, so I'm trying to remember. But I think Prezzo, though, is in a very, very good spot. Seventh place at the moment, but everyone else ahead of him has got to pit still. And he's got a 3.7 second lead. The last time this man won a race was back in Season 2. And that was also in Tokyo, but it wasn't in this layout. It was the, I think it was the South Inner Loop, I think it was? Or Outer Loop? Either one of those. But anyway, he has not won since Season 2. Will he get it here? We'll have to wait and see and find out. He was close to last season in Sardinia in the sprint race, but unfortunately, in one of the left-handed kinks in the road track A layout, he ran wide and unfortunately ended it up finishing 6th rather than 1st. And there's Dynamite and Sterry coming into the pits. Prezzo should easily get ahead of those two. No problem at all. Or maybe not. Nope, there you go. Stingray is out, but he might be miles back. Yeah, because Prezzo built that gap tremendously. Stingray's come out at 6th. And then Kevin and Jack are pretty much working together. BK now working with him, unlike what they were doing in this feature race earlier. It's going to be interesting to see what these sophomores will do once they pit. There's a little bit of contact there between the two, Stingray and Jack. Of course, we know sometimes I know those guys can be quite aggressive a little bit here in this game, so not surprisingly they get a bit of argy-bargy here. But look who's coming into the mix, and that is Ridwan and BK. They are about to get closer to those guys. And meanwhile, the two Jags of Dynamite and Lane trying to work together, but they've also left BCP for dust, because he's about 5.1 seconds down the road. And like I said, if you're in a Porsche, you don't want to lose the slipstream. Well, unfortunately, that is the case for at least a couple of them. Actually, make that all of them, because Tim is nowhere near Botod. If he didn't get damaged, he probably would have been in that fight. What is going to happen here? Do they come in or stay out? Nope, stay out just a little bit longer. Yeah, Prezzo's going to get a massive undercut once these guys come in. And here comes Jack alongside Kirby. Is he clear of him? Yes, he is. Just about. Wags is now coming to the pits. So he's going to drop towards the back of the field, unfortunately for him. Up the tunnel and out to the tunnel. And towards the first corner. Jack is going to go alongside. Oh, Stingray gets through. And meanwhile, here comes Ridwan. He's going to go diving down the inside of Kirby. No, they make a little bit of contact between the 9 and the 1, and there's a bit of contact ahead of him between the 78 and the 8 car. Thankfully, though, there's no damage at least. Stingray, though, is meanwhile in 5th again. Although Jack is not finished. He's alongside the Lexus and through. Just about. And this is definitely giving Prezzo a bit of glee as well, because look at that. He's still got a good sized margin of 3.8 seconds up the road between him and his brother. Definitely be happy with that for sure. Oh, someone's gone into the barrier. That was Ridwan. No damage. I think there was a bit of a contact between him and Kirby, but no, he's okay. Yeah, definitely great to see these cars under the night sky. Just looks so amazing. Definitely, indeed. Really want to think about an inside move on Stingray, but not close enough. Just letting that guy know I'm right here. So now it's a lap 7 of 12. Blocky's now got a 2.2 second lead. One has dropped off dramatically. I think Prezzo will have this. He's definitely got this unless he makes a mistake. Definitely be happy for him if he does get the win, for sure. Down the main straight. Still single file ace from Jack all the way down to about BK, who's on the back of that train. Oh, hang on, maybe not anymore. For the first corner. Red one down the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact as well. Thankfully nothing happened there. But he stays behind. Kirby's lost out a little bit there, I think, from that move from Red one. Because now he's under pressure from BK. Jack clipping the wall there just a little bit. Blocky and Bodo and Tim are definitely going to be dropping down, probably to the back of the field. Because look at where everyone else is on track. Prezzo is starting to slowly close more. Oh, it's at 3.2 seconds now. Wasn't it at 3.9 a little while ago? They must have made a mistake somewhere. Alright, well, let's see what happens here. Jack's still in the way. Blocky, does he come in? Now. The answer is no. Stays out. Bodod, same story. Does not come in. Tim's got to come in for sure with that damage. No, he's staying out too. Okay. That gap is starting to shrink a little bit. Maybe I might have been a little bit optimistic for Prezzo. Because look at the gap now. And look who's coming. It's Ridwan. He's now leading the pack of the cars, of these pack of cars. 2.7 seconds now. 2.6, yeah, it's decreasing. It was at 3.9 a little while ago. And now it's at 2.4 seconds. Oh, Jack going wide. Oh, he left the door open there for Stingray. Understeered wide into the first corner and into the barrier, but luckily he's got no damage. I think he wants to try to bring BK in this mix too, if he can, but he's got Curving on the back of him. Lane and Dynamite, though, have started to now catch up to that whole pack of cars ahead of him, that midfield scrap. I gotta keep my eye on that gap, though. 2.3 seconds right now is the gap. Everyone is starting to have a little bit more pace into those soft tires. And closing more. Purple through the third sector of about 4/10. He's right now got the fastest lap as well with a 58.3. Yeah, that gap is more and more increasing for Prezzo. He might be feeling the pressure now. Well, I think the best thing he can hope for is if everyone has a bunch of pace, that he wants to make sure that the rest of the pack does not bring him along. If that happens, oh, it's a big-time dogfight for the win. Meanwhile, these guys are staying out. Tim has finally come in for his pit stop. Gap right now at 1.8 seconds. It's decreasing more as we're now approaching lap 9 of 12. We have 4 more laps left in this race. Red One right now has a 8/10 second margin between him and Stingray, and Jack is right behind. BK just tagging along with Curvin, at least for the time being. But the Jags are not far away. I was going to say not far away, not close enough, I should say. Not far away from those two. And look at that, they are already on the back of those two. The gap now is at half a second. 1.6 still. Let's keep our eyes on Prezzo just for a little bit. See how he goes in this sector. Keeps it good. Taps a bit of the wall, but he's shouldn't have lost some speed. No, he's fine. 1.69. Oh, that's a bit of a clip. Yeah, he's lost a fair amount of time from that. He's lost about close to a 10. Now he's lost about 2/10. Yeah, now it's decreasing more. He might be buckling from the pressure. Well, I don't want to say he is, but I think he is. Oh yeah, that's decreasing more. This is trouble for Prezzo. Look at that gap now. It's at 1.1 seconds. So Ridwan is now at the slipstream of Prezzo. What looked like, I thought, could be a comfortable win for him, will now be a dogfight for the win. Blocky has now come in, and so is Bodhod. What did Tim come out, though? He's in 11th place. Yep, as I expected. Way down the order. Ridwan is now in the slipstream. And he's got Stingray for company as well. This is going to be a three-way fight for the win. Jack, unfortunately, will not look like he'll be in the participation to win this race. As he's about 2.3 seconds. Hang on a minute. Lucky's in 4th. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. I guess I had the timer up there the whole time. He's coming in 4th place. Wow. Interesting. So I thought he would lose this. Oh my goodness, Prezzo. Oh, he's lost out while I was keeping track of that. So Ridwan's now in the lead. And look at this. Blocky's now alongside Prezzo. As they make their way through the 2-lane road. Oh, hello. Okay, that was a bit of lag. Yeah, sorry I didn't catch that earlier, but yeah. No, look at that. Oh. Yeah, Ridwan is in the lead. Prezzo has lost out the lead, but he's not out of this race just yet to win it. He could still try. Oh, but Ridwan's hit the wall and he's lost time, and look at that. Stingray now takes the lead. But we see more of Albolas that actually might be in this as well. Okay, I thought they'd be losing out, but no. Look at that. He's in 5th and Blocky in 4th. Makes sense because they didn't have damage, that's why. Yeah, I thought they would lose out dramatically, but no. Oh, this is probably going to help Prezzo a little bit. Because look at that. They're both, Stingray and Ridwan are about side by side. Ah, now Ridwan slides behind. Two laps to go, and now the game is on. Prezzo is going to try to help Ridwan here to get past Brian Stingray. But Blocky will try to help his teammate. This is a battle between Revo and FB Autosport for the win. This is going to get absolutely tasty here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a FB Autosport 1-2. Oh, not for long, maybe. Stingray is coming down the inside of Prezzo. Does he get through? I think he is. He is through just about. It's now a 1-3 for FB Autosport and a 2-4 for Revo Satellite Racing. Through the 2-lane road. A windy 2-lane road. Some of them clipped the wall there. I think Stingray might have lost a little bit of time. He has a little bit. He's lost about 4/10. He's about half a second back, and he clipped the wall even more. They can't afford to hit the wall, otherwise this will be game over for either one of these drivers. So the hairpin we come, and it will be once they cross the line, it will be the final lap here in the Tokyo Sprint Race. Round the hairpin, Stingray on the back of Ridwan. Oh, I think Prezzo had a bit of a bad exit, and yeah, he's lost some time. He needs to try to catch up at least. It's 1.2 seconds. All right, well, here we go. This is it, final lap. Ridwan tries to break out of the toe from Stingray. Prezzo alongside Blocky, but this is not going to help either one of these two to catch up. Further back, though, BK's battle with Lane and Bodhod. Max Speed is challenging the Kennedy Motorsport car. Jack has meanwhile got damage, apparently, somewhere in that process, while I was focusing on the front. I think this is now just a 2-horse race. Unless these two make a critical error. Through the second corner, now we come into the end of the second sector and on towards the two-lane road. The windy two-lane road. Bumper to bumper between Ridwan and Stingray. Has Ridwan though got enough fuel though to make it to the finish line? Stingray definitely does. But Ridwan has a big question mark over his head. He has to make sure he has enough. Oh, he claps the wall just a little bit there. Now up towards the right-hander. Still very close. He's got to make that Toyota as wide as possible if he wants to get another race win. Or can Stingray snatch it from him? Here we go. Stingray's going to try to go for it, I think. Down the inside into the hairpin. Ridwan goes, does he go? I think he went wide. Yes, he does. I was lagged there on my screen, but he's gone through. He's into first place now, Stingray, but Ridwan will get the toe as they get towards the finish line. Stingray trying to break that out, but Ridwan will have the straight line speed. It could be a drag race to the line. Stingray tries to block him off. Down towards the finish line. Ridwan takes the win by 4/10 of a second, or 4/100ths of a second. A close finish. Prezzo gets third and Blocky gets fourth. Barnard in fifth and Lane gets sixth place. BK in seventh. Curving gets eighth and Jack gets ninth place. Who could have been up there but unfortunately suffered damage in the process. Dynamite in 10th and Tim in 11th. Banana will come home in 12th. He got damage as well, apparently. And Wags 2 will come home in 13th. Same with Kane in 14th and Gemmo. Wow, what a finish! 2 drag races in a row. From the feature race, we have a battle for third and a battle for the win in the sprint. Absolutely close finish, but Ridwan takes now race win number 7 in a row for him to continue his march in this championship campaign. And that is now race win number 8 for him as well for the FPR Sport driver. Ah, my gosh. That was absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. Fortunate for Jack, though. I think he would have been that scrap for the midfield for a top 5 finish. Oh, but that is so unfortunate. Yeah, getting damage. Not what you want to have in a track like Tokyo. But congratulations again to the top 3. Congratulations to Ridwan. 7 wins in a row. The man is on a tear. On a tear so far. But yeah, I think they're all concluded, and now we go on to probably the pinnacle of the calendar, the pinnacle of this calendar here, or track of the calendar. We're going to Bathurst, the final round of the Enduro Cup, and Ridwan has a great chance of winning his 3rd Enduro Cup in a row. He's won all 3 Enduro races from Le Mans to Nürburgring and Spa. Can he do it again at Bathurst? He's done it twice so far, winning at that track to seal the Enduro Cup. And let me look at the math of that real fast between him and Lane. It's right now 130 points, 940 points to Ridwan, and Lane has 810. So, yeah, Lane is gonna have to hope that Ridwan has some sort of catastrophe at Bathurst. Otherwise, Ridwan has got it locked up. But anywho, I think that's gonna wrap it up for me. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed the last couple of races. That was absolutely amazing. Yeah, so tune in for next week if I'm commentating for round 10 at Bathurst. It should be a good one. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, I've been Katie, 1997. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the stream, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Project One eSports YouTube page. Take care and have a good night.